Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an evening with Tom Meighan of Kasabian with thanks to Tora. Now, normally at this point in front of a live audience, that will get a big cheer, but obviously we're doing this digital. So when I say it again, I want you to give me a whoop from wherever you are watching this stream right now. So welcome to an evening with Tom Meighan of Kasabian. Cue whoops everywhere around the world. Now, the eagle-eyed of you may have noticed that I am indeed not Clint Boone. Sadly, he cannot be here tonight, and for that he sends his apologies. You have me, his substitute. My name is Gav, and I will be hosting this evening with Tom Meighan. Now, the first section of this is going to be about 45 minutes, where I'll be asking questions of Tom. You'll get to see Tom very shortly, wearing a very fetching tiger top. You'll have to wait for that one. Just wait a few seconds. But you can type questions and messages as we are chatting, and some of those questions will pop up on the screen if you want questions to be asked by myself to Tom. Sadly, I cannot guarantee that all the questions will be asked, but we'll do our best to get through as many as we possibly can. And then once the question and answer session is done by myself and with you guys helping out as well, we'll have a short break where Tom will then be calling some of you on the Looped app. And he'll be speaking to you one-to-one. So the way that will work is he will call you. It will say, Tom Meighan is calling. You probably will lose your shit at that point. And then you can ask your question and have a one-to-one with Tom Meighan. And he can take lots of photographs as well. So thank you for tuning in. First things first, if you'd like to tell me where you're tuning in from, where you're watching from, the live stream around the world, then type away your name and where you're from. They will pop up on the screen, and we'll say hello as the conversation develops. Got a couple of special guests also tuned in and watching tonight. One of them will be the guy who discovered Oasis. That is Alan McGee. He's tuned in. Hope you're well and safe. And also Louise Wedder from Sleeper is also tuned in and watching. So I hope you are well. I hope everybody is safe, and I hope everybody is well during these crazy times. But allow me to introduce to you Tom Meighan of Kasabian in his fetching tiger top. Hello, Tom. Where are you?
Hi, Gav. Yeah, how are you, mate? You all right?
Hello, matey. How are you?
Yeah, I'm alive. I'm good, thank you. Yeah.
That's a very fetching top you're wearing, I must say.
Been watching too much of Winnie the Pooh. They do call me Tigger, don't they? Literally popping and bouncing about, so you know.
Well, I'll start off with the most important question. Because lots of questions will be fired your way over the course of the next hour and a half or so. But this is the most important question of the entire lot.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, my friend. Been planting lots of seeds in the back garden. Been keeping myself busy. Been writing loads of music. And just trying to stick to the 2 meter distance thing, whatever it is. So yeah, and just trying to get on with life. It's been such a strange and awful time for the world, so yeah, just doing my thing.
How are you finding the lockdown? Because you've actually said as Conor Mould from Manchester. All right, Manchester. He's watching. You've said that this lockdown has given humanity a lesson, and I agree with that sentiment.
Well, I think it's what brought people closer together. Is the wrong thing to say, actually, but the things that really matter, values, like family, and you appreciate things a lot more, because we're all quick, and now, aren't we? We want it so fast, and so even parcels and stuff, deliveries and that, you have to wait, and just taking your time, and even going to your local bakers or butchers and queuing, and doing real things actually instead of all rushing all the time. So that's what I meant by it. So
hello to Liam Dixon from Scotland, who is also viewing. It's people matter again, don't they? We've come to appreciate people. That's the big thing about the lockdown, isn't it? We've actually said to people, do you know what? Thank you. We appreciate what you do, which is not something that we're accustomed to in this day and age, are we?
No, not at all. Hello, Leo from Scotland. How the tonics doing? You run out yet? Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, I mean, all these NHS workers, because my mum's a nurse as well, you see. So, and all the doctors, and not only that, all the people that have broke their backs to try and save lives, and people just helping people. It's been one hell of a lesson, I think. Appreciate things more in life, I suppose.
So has it changed you when we eventually get back to normal, whatever the
Oh.
new normal is going to be? What will you take out of this going forward?
I just think like I said earlier, my friend Gav, just appreciate your family more and your friends and your time you have, and get off your phones as well. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's because we're so, what's the word? We're zombies. We're like zombies. You know, it's like, so it just a bit of human back is lovely. So you know.
I think Vanity's viewing from New Zealand as well, so the other side of the world. So I hope you're safe and well.
Kiwi Island.
Your gardening, how's the gardening coming along?
Yeah, it's lovely. Strawberries. Oh, what else we've got? Potatoes. Yeah, you know, the missus does half of that. So.
And is that a COVID haircut as well?
Pardon?
Is that a COVID haircut?
Yeah, I mean, again, this sounds sickening to the core, but right, listen, this is what happened. What happened was, it's not for charity. It wasn't for me. What happens? I got a pair of scissors. Right, this was ages ago. This was like, I think it was March, sometime in March, and I just started going like this, and I thought it looked all right, but the other half was like, wow, that's a bad mistake. Clippers come out. I look like Alan Shearer, you know, match of the day. You can see his head.
Yeah.
A bit like you, Gav, actually. So I was frightened to death. So
this is natural, my friend. There's no COVID. This is just natural.
This ain't COVID, man. This is.
I'm going for the Alan McGee look. This is what this is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, McGee will vouch for that as well. But this was a natural disaster in itself. So yeah, I had to come off, my friend. But I've gone through that tennis ball stage, the microphone haircut. So it's just getting a bit flat now. So you know.
Feel free to ask your questions, by the way. Thank you to everybody who's telling us where you're from. But you said you're prepared to answer almost anything?
Almost anything, depending on what it is, though. Yeah. You know, so.
You did actually say in an interview that you were expecting questions like, what's your favourite pants?
Yeah.
And your favourite crisps. At which point you dropped a bombshell that your favourite crisps are Watsits, but not normal Watsits, beef flavour. Yeah,
beef flavour. I didn't make them. They got the steak flavour, but again, you know, and that's the thing of the past. So you had the steak ones, yeah? They're all right.
No, I've not had the steak ones at all.
My daughter loves them, so you know, yeah.
I'm just disappointed you didn't go for the pickled onion monster much, my friend.
Well, I mean, again, like assorted pack. You want a choice, don't you? Too much the same flavours, too much, man. Like anything, isn't it? My favourite pants are Calvin Klein.
Oh, here we go. Calvin Klein's.
Yeah, but not the ones that, you know, the models wear that restrict you. Do you know what I mean? They've got a bit of air in there.
I think Milo's setting the tone as well with the question. If I showed up in a zebra shirt, this is Milo. If I showed up in a zebra shirt, could we hang out, or would there be tension with you being as a tiger?
I'd have to eat him, wouldn't I?
Yeah,
it's the way of the world, isn't it? But we'd probably get on. Well, yeah, but the thing is, I would get on really well, and then I'd have to, like, you know, dismantle him, bless him.
This, of course, what should you have been doing right now on this day if there was no pandemic?
Well, unfortunately, it's really something a bit of Vicky Park right now, and Leicester playing to thousands of people. Me, Serge, Chris, Ian, Ben, Tim, the boys, man, and we are absolutely devastated by it. I'll probably, what's the time now? What is it? I'll probably just be warming up. You know, so these things are going through my head right now while we talk as well. So it's cruel. It's very cruel what happened. But I'm sure when the time's right, we'll be back. And when this COVID thing disappears and that, because I can't see any rock music being played for a while. You know, so but absolutely we're devastated because, you know, last year we sold it out in, I don't know, God knows, 3 or 4 minutes, whatever, and we built it all up, and we had all the rehearsal dates in, and we're gonna do loads of promo and all that stuff, and it's just gone. So, but it's, you know what, it's the way of the world, mate, and you know, humans come first and lives do, you know. So, but we're gutted, but we will be back very soon, you know. So,
well, Georgia said, any plans to reschedule the Leicester gig? I'm sure there are.
Well, there will be. Obviously, there will be, but I ain't got a date on it, my friend. No. Sorry, George. I can't put a date on it, bro. But I'm sure we'll be back soon as we can, mate. So,
what's that like? Because you're a Leicester boy through and through. Kasabian are Leicester boys through and through. What is that like to step out at Victoria Park? Because you played it previously. You played it a couple of times, 2014, also 2016, to celebrate the mighty Foxes winning the Premier League.
Yeah.
What's that like to be a Leicester boy stepping out in front of what is essentially your people?
honestly, it just feels just so full of pride, and it's so emotional because I can't really describe it to you. I mean, we did Glastonbury and that was emotionally massive when we headlined the Pyramid stage. But with Leicester, it's kind of like you've got everyone there with you. Your family are there. You know, like it's a massive wave of emotion. That's for me anyway. And such a proud and dignified moment in your life. So it's overwhelming, really, to be honest, because me and Serge sometimes have a tear, you know, before we go on stage because we're overwhelmed by the energy and the crowd and the people that are there to watch us, and you know, and all the people that put all their efforts in and the thought to make the stage look great, and you know, everything that's gone into it, the people that work hard for us, and even the people in the trailers. I love them as well. But I don't like when I smell hot dogs on stage or burgers. That puts you off.
Right.
They do that a lot in Europe. Yeah, it does your head in. Yeah, you can smell hot dogs. I look at Serge, I'm like, I smell onions frying or something, or whatever they're making, or baguettes, or wherever you are, French baguette, or I don't know.
Yeah. So is there ever a moment on stage then, it kind of Leicester, because you played where Leicester City play as well, don't you? You played at the King Power as well.
Yes, we did, my friend. Yeah.
Is there ever a moment on stage where you have to pinch yourself and you can't believe you're doing it, or are you so lost in the moment that when you start, it's after the gig that you realise what you've done?
I think it's a bit of both, to be honest with you, pal, Gav. So because like I said earlier, like we do have a tear sometimes, and then we just go with the flow. We just walk out. I mean, as soon as I walk on that stage, that's my theatre. That's my Colosseum. You know, that's where I feel like a king. And when we come off, the emotion's still with you. It's still with you for ages and ages, you know, and for weeks. But it's a bit of both. Bit of both.
So keep your questions coming in, by the way, because we have got loads of questions. In fact, here's one now. Tom, do you remember playing Kilmarnock in the run-up to the first Solstice gig? Longest day tomorrow, by the way. And Glastonbury. What a night that was.
I don't remember playing Kilmarnock. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, brother. I can't remember everything. I'm trying. No. I'm sorry, my friend.
That's because obviously you've done so many gigs. There are going to be those that just you might have a fantastic gig, you might come away thinking that was brilliant, but 2 years down the line you've done so many more that you just can't remember every single one, can you?
We can't, man. It's like, you know, getting on a plane, you know, or getting in a hotel room, you know.
I'll get to Gannon's question in a minute. So if I asked you now to, and it's going to be a really difficult question, it's like asking what your favourite film is, what your favourite song is. If I asked you for a standout gig that you really do remember, which one pops into your mind?
This is sickening to say. I've got to say the Victoria Park gig. I mean, it's a horrible question.
I know
they're both gold medals. What do you want? Glastonbury headline or Victoria Park? All playing the football stadium, Leicester City. So they're all gold. There's no silver or bronze. So, you know what? I just go on Victoria Park because it was such a incredible thing for us to do, and the city was taken over completely. But this was like pre-celebrations before Leicester City won the Premier League. So we did it before, and then we kind of got the city buzzed up and ready because I kind of knew we were going to win the league years before, you know. So.
Because you're a big Leicester City fan, aren't you?
But massive, of course, yeah. Good to be back today. Yeah,
you must be disappointed. 1-1. He took the lead in the 90th minute.
Sickening, yeah.
I mean, didn't win.
Yeah, I mean, we should have 3 points there, but you know, a point away from home's all right. So, and you know what, we had a great season as well. We're playing fantastic. Yeah.
Do you know that football teams walk out to your music? Are you aware of that?
Yeah, even in Germany and places and stuff, you know. So,
my football team, who are playing yours soon,
who are your
team, Sheffield United.
Oh, great side, man! You're doing brilliant.
Thank you. They walked out to Club Foot last season when they got promoted to the Premier League. And you know what song they chose? The players themselves chose one of your songs to walk out to in the Premier League this season, and that was "Comeback Kid."
God, wow. Well, you know,
and I do wonder, because obviously Leicester City played at Sheffield United this season. I wonder what it's like for Leicester City to line up in a stadium in Sheffield, having Kasabian absolutely blared at them. It probably cheated them up more than us.
It's crazy, man. Because but you know, our music is like kind of fight time, isn't it? And it is powerful and it's energetic. You know, it's colourful. You know, it's boom. You know.
Gannon says, "What is your favourite part of Ireland?"
Donegal. Gavin.
Any reason?
Because Gavin, I'll tell you why, Gavin. Because it's where my father's my granddad was from there. So yeah, there you are.
Talking about your gigs, you've won many awards. Kasabian have won many awards for Best British Group. You've won that a number of times. Brit Awards, Enemy Awards, Best Act in the World Today, 2010, 2014 from Q Awards. If we're using a football analogy, you are the band that once you take to the stage, you leave everything out there like a footballer on the pitch, aren't you? It seems to me that is just what you take great pride in, that when you're performing, you give it 100% every single time.
I mean, Gav, I think on our day we're the best band in the fucking world, live-wise. Anyway, I don't think anyone comes near us or touches us, and that's just me being me. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Anyone that wants to fight us on fucking stage can do it. Whoever the fuck you are, you two, whoever it is. And, I love all these bands as well, but we leave people devastating and wanting more and thirsty, and that's what's great about us. And I suppose it is an emotional roller coaster when we play live. It's up and down, and it gets you. And then I call it like when the climax bit at the end. Everyone climaxes together and like, and then you see people lose their brains. I don't know what we do to people, but there's something magical what we do. I don't, as a band,
does a gig go quite quickly for you? Does it fly by and you're enjoying it and in the moment so much that you're literally thinking, bloody hell, I've only got a couple left, it's gone by, or is it a bit of a time warp on stage?
Some gigs do fly by, but we could be in the middle of nowhere doing a gig and we're like, wow, this is a bit different. We're looking at each other laughing. The thing is while we're on stage, we're not that serious, but we are, if it makes any, this and all this, right? And I know I'm doing it, but I can't help it because I'm in the moment. But we try, me and Serge look at each other a lot, and I engage with the boys, and we do have a laugh, and it's about enjoying it as well instead of just being, but a lot of bands are too serious, in my opinion, so, but each to their own.
I don't think this is a question from Kevin from Stoke. I think this is more of a complaint years down the line. King Power ran out of beer before he came on stage.
Sorry, Kevin, but you should have got there earlier. See you next time. God bless.
Are you quite analytical with your concerts then? If you are, you take it very serious that you want to perform and produce a really good gig. Does that mean that the flip side of that is that you're quite critical if you feel you haven't performed as much, or do you just go, do you know what, people still had a great time, on to the next one?
We try and it's like a boxing match, isn't it? We want to win. What's the point of coming out and going, oh, it was all right? So we do it to the fullest we can, and hit it as hard as we can, and then perform to the best we can, because people pay money to see us, man. They don't want to see some half-cut geezer on stage, or whatever it is, So we perform to our fullest every show. Yeah. And
do you feel that pressure before you step on stage then that people have paid, or do you just get in the zone and away we go?
Yeah, get in the zone. It's another boxing match. Not come out and go home,
Tom Moorcroft says, which of these memories would you relive? Now, can I answer this one on your behalf to see if I get this right?
Go on.
Tom Moorcroft says, would you relive the moment Leicester won the Premier League, or playing the Pyramid stage at Glastonbury? Now, I think that you will go for Leicester City winning the Premier League.
Oh, God, it means
because
so much.
I think you can play Glastonbury again, and I mean this with great respect, the chances of Leicester City winning the Premier League again are pretty, 5,000 to 1 chance kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which one?
I can't take us winning. Oh, God, that's a sickening question. That's who put that? Unbelievable.
I think that was Tom Moorcroft who sent that in.
Mr. Moorcroft, you're in a lot of trouble, mate. I'll be honest with you. That's a sickener. Man. Fuck's sake. I would say. Do you know what? I can't say. You know what? I'm tongue tied.
Both.
Yeah, both. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry.
What was Glastonbury like when you headlined Glastonbury? Was everything you thought it would be?
Everything we dreamed of since we were kids in a little room rehearsing. Since we were teenagers. It's weird because I used to walk in the rehearsals room and say, "Good evening, Glastonbury." It's just in the band, and everyone's like, "Fucking, I'll do it. I'll do this as well." And looking back, well, they're the things you dream of, and you know, chasing it is wonderful. Chasing it and not knowing what's going to happen, and being in a rock band, because you know the dangers of being in a rock band. As Gallagher once written, please don't put your life in the hand of a rock and roll band and throw it all away. And I get what he means now. And you know, yeah, the thrill of trying to get there, succeed, and then that moment at Glastonbury, and you know, I had a moment with Serge, and we had a tear, and he went for blowing out, and I fucking look like James Bond, you know, fucking bow tie, but no, said, you're like a fucking weight, and I went, fuck off, like, fuck off, fucking talk like that, but you know, just so many wonderful memories, mate, and it does, if you don't stand around, you know, look around and take it all in, it will pass you by so quick, you know, so, yeah.
It's funny you talk about building up to big gigs. I mean, when I was growing up in the 90s, Oasis were my band, and lots of people say that, you know, after Nebworth in 1996, that's the time when they possibly should have called it a day, because you get to where you want to be, and then when you get there, you think, what next? And it's difficult to go looking for the next thing. So how do you cope with that? If you're wanting to perform at Glastonbury and headline at Glastonbury, and it comes, and you've achieved it, how do you get yourself up for the next challenge then?
But you just want more, don't you? You know, it's a buzz, isn't it? It's an adrenaline thing. You want the next heavyweight to come in, so you want to fight him. You know, again, I pretty much put it down to like a boxing match. I mean, we do want to do Glastonbury again. We do want to do Vicky Park. That will happen. Glastonbury will happen. All these massive shows, it will happen. We just take some time out and get our heads together, you know, and come back fresh, you know.
When Kasabian started all those years ago, and I'm always fascinated by this, I'm lucky to speak to a number of musicians and a number of bands, and I always ask the same question about when you start, and I know you perform, was your first gig at a birthday party, something like that?
It's massive, yeah.
I always think, what was the dream when you started? Was it just to be in a band with some mates, or was it literally to say, right, we are going to do something that's going to change our lives?
It was to be on the front of the enemy and say we're the best band in fucking England. Simple as that. And that's what I wanted to do, that. And it fucking did work. Everyone laughed at us. Oh, look at them fucking wannabes. Look at them, the Manchester scene. Look at them. Oh, they sound like the Happy Mondays. Or look at them, you know, fucking like that now. So that's what I love about it. I didn't want to just start a band for the sake of it and just go, oh, well, it didn't really work. I want to be on every fucking front cover, every magazine, every interview. I want to be in the videos. I wanted to be fucking that guy, you know. And we did it, you know. So we always had that ambition. We knew, weirdly enough, Gav, as well, this is massive, because when I talk about it, I feel funny because we kind of knew it'd happen. It would happen for us. I believe you've got it or you ain't, and it's in your blood. And I don't believe in luck, I believe in fate. And I say, follow the yellow brick road and you'll get to the Emerald City. And that's what we fucking did.
It's that inner belief, isn't it? And also, it's some people would say that that's arrogance, but that's arrogance but some people would, but that is arrogance that is needed to achieve what you want to achieve. It's an inner belief that can't be shaken by a bad critique or someone saying, no, we're not interested, you're not for us. It's that inner belief that we can do this, and it's needed, isn't it?
Do you know what's great, Gab, as well? Which I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people that, you know, critics or writers or whatever they were, journalists, or a bit like, you know what I mean, all that. And people know what I'm talking about. Look at these car feeds or whatever. And we've pulled a lot of people on our side now. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I did talk some shit when we first come out. You know, it sells papers. It's clever. You know, if anyone's out there, take a little bit of advice from Thomas Meighan. It's clever, gets people talking, gets people angry and rife. But we did it in tongue in cheek as well, man. You know, and again, it's self-belief thing. We never lost self-belief, but we pulled a lot of new people on our side, which is great. And you know, our gigs vary, man. We get kids, we get people in their 60s, we get mums and dads, we get teenagers, we get the whole lot. So we're not just like a collective little cult gang, you know.
From 10-year-old Piper. Oh, 10-year-old
Piper.
10-year-old scares me. Apologies for the bad language, Piper. Do you have any pets? There you go.
I'm going to clarify this. Yes. Okay, right. This is massive. We have a Sphinx cat.
Right.
right? You know them bold cats. You see,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
is it Doctor Evil? Yeah, you know what I mean. Is it Austin Powers cat, the Russian? I think they drink vodka, right? And she's called Vivian, and we have 2 tortoises,
2
females.
All right.
So the whole house is female. I forgot the names. Well,
How long you had them for?
8 months. I don't know. Yeah, that's October. I call them Raph and Donatella, so that's easier for me, you know. So
brilliant. Just going back to the start of
I can't leave Dave out. We had
Who's
2 it's guinea pig. We had Chaz and Dave, right? And I found Chaz dead, bless him, you know, squashed. His eyeballs popped out. It was a sad send off, really, but I had to get rid of him. And there's Dave left, but Dave's having a great time. Dave's having a wonderful time. He's not being bullied anymore. He's got all the hay he wants, all the food he wants, all the water. He's dreaming.
Do you think he did the other one in? Bless him.
I think he. You know what? I think he did, the little bastard. Yeah.
Piper's shot to the core. Thanks for your question.
Ticking into the core. Thanks, Piper. There's your answer.
So you've said before, and I've seen many interviews with you where you said that you loved, and we'll get to Gannon's question shortly, but you've said that you loved the early years of Kasabian and the chasing. You must have worked your absolute nuts off and rehearsing all the time, and just
yeah.
Well, were you a band that kind of did the live gigs as a way to rehearse as well? Because that's what some bands do.
Yeah, I mean, we rehearse like crazy anyway. I mean, before we go back out on tour, we always. Well, the boys go in for about, I would say, 2 to 3 weeks, and I'd come in and do my hour and a half and go, bye. You know what I mean? Hi, you know, the rockstar cliche shit. I'm off now. So that you boys carry on, do your homework. But we do rehearse quite hard. We're hardcore rehearsers, and we're quite religious. We get it done and run it. And Sergio's very specific and wants it as best he can. You know,
yeah.
He does overtime. You know,
yeah. Because a lot of people don't see that. They see the arrogance, they see the talk, they hear the music, but they don't see the bloody hard work that goes into it behind the scenes. You don't just chance your way onto stage at Glastonbury, do you?
No. And the thing is, bro, as well, we try and revisit the songs, the old songs, and we try and revamp them and make them refresh. Serge and the rest of the boys spend a lot of time and effort having new ideas, new intros. What can we add? And what we can add to it that sounds a bit different from how we used to play it. So always thinking ahead, you know.
Yeah. Gannon says, which other band? Or this will be a difficult question. Or maybe not. I don't know. Which other band would you love to be in, past or present?
Oh God, I mean, you
question.
Well, all the cock rock bands, I'd be dead. So that's out the question. Motley Crue, all them, Guns N' Roses, I wouldn't survive in them. I'd be dead. So that's not going to happen. Maybe. Do you know what? I fancy myself not in the Stones, not the Beatles. Do you know what? There's a band in the 60s. They were called the Animals.
Yes, Rising Sun.
Yeah, I'd like to be in that band because they were a very soul band.
Yeah.
Yeah, very soul. Soul. He sang with so much soul.
Yeah.
But no, I'd like to be in the Doors. Actually, the Doors would have been cool.
Your childhood home was quite musical, I understand, and plenty of Motown. So you've got that soul within you, haven't you, from growing up?
Well, that's down to my mother and father. You know, a Sunday afternoon would be on our shit record player, fucking terrible. We had one speaker, bless us, and because we didn't have a lot of money and stuff, and we used to play UB40, loads. Carpenters, always a Sunday favourite.
Carpenters.
Oh, mate. And then the most
voice is amazing.
Oh, man, don't. She's God bless her soul. And my dad had played Motown records. Just nice growing up around a lot of wonderful music, you know. Yeah.
So you're in this band. What did your parents say when you said, I've joined this band? And it's, you know, what was that? Because a lot of parents, with the greatest respect, they're like, yeah, have you got a backup plan? But what were your parents like? Very supportive? Were they?
Yeah, I mean, my mum, bless her, was the #1 fan, you know. We played a place in Leicester called The Shed, and she was out the front winking at me. And I'm like, there's my man. Mum, you know, #1 fan and that, you know. Bless her. If it'd been the 60s, you probably would have done the letters, you know, like, you know, the old-fashioned, you know, fans letters and that, so on. But my dad was kind of not skeptic. He wasn't skeptic about it, but he was like, "Oh, if it does fall flat, you know." So, but I worked at a Dot Mines factory, which was great fun. And then I worked for my dad's mate doing fabricating steel, which was dark and dirty work. And I tried to do welding, that didn't work. So I drilled holes in beams that snapped all the drills. So you know, it didn't work. But I went to work after I left school. I left school when I was young, relatively young, without hardly any fucking grades. You know, I mean, I passed English, history, and art and drama. Sorry, if you class C as a pass, some people don't, but I did in my world. In my world, I class it as a pass, and the rest were ungraded, didn't turn up. So nice. So I left kind of school with absolutely fuck all, going into the world with this idea. What am I going to do? I don't care. I've got a BMX. You know, I like graffitiing. You know, I smoke a bit of that. What as you do as teenagers. And then I met Serge, and then we were kind of like, well, let's be rock stars, you know. So and it just happened, you know.
You've just mentioned the BMX. Is this true that you own the bike from ET?
It's not the actual bike, but I've got one.
Similar.
On. Similar, yeah.
Because the way it read that I read it, it went, "I've got the bike from ET," and I went, "What what are you doing with the bike from ET?"
Yeah. I mean, Spielberg will have that, man. So you know,
I thought that.
Yeah, I like Steven Spielberg, didn't I, with the glasses? Only I'm missing one of them shit flat caps with ET on it, or Raiders of the Lost Ark, but direct to Thomas. But yeah, I have got it. I put the cat in there. I put a blanket over the cat, and you know, Halloween last year, I put my red hood up. And I went up and down the road, and Mrs. was like, "Wow, really?" Yeah, she went, "Wow, what are you doing?" I went up the road and come back again, went back, and then just left it in the garage, you know. So yeah, but that's my Ferrari, man, because I don't give a shit about flash cars. I can't drive anyway, which is a fucking godsend. But that is my Ferrari, so you can't touch it. Only I can ride the bike.
Bless you. Stacey Allen says, "Do you have a favorite US venue or city? We've been lucky enough to see you in New York and Boston."
New York and Boston, how's that?
Perfect. Ticks all boxes.
Yeah, there you are. I hope you're happy, Stacey.
You are the true diplomat. So when you're coming out with all these songs, I'm always interested in the dynamic of a band, of how songs formed. Yeah. Is there a moment when you're writing a song that a light bulb comes on that you go, "This is shit hot"? Do you have that moment quite a lot?
It's happened loads of times, especially like with Clubfoot and Fire and so many songs we've done. Like just kind of a moment you think, fuck, we've got to try and better that one. How are we going to do that? And it does happen because you try and always better the last album or do something more inventive or more clever or whatever it is you want to do. And you do have moments you go, fucking, I can feel this getting bigger. You know, you look at, I've looked Serge in the eyes many times and gone, like, I've gone round to his house, he's paid me something. I've gone, what's going on? What the fuck is? And then, oh, now I get it. Oh shit! Now this is going to be boom. So yeah, we do have them moments. Yeah,
because you're not a band that just do the same stuff over and over and over again. It's like you are open to any influence whatsoever, and you're quite happy to make a dynamic change. And that's a brave thing to do, isn't it? To just not keep churning out the same stuff that you know sells. You're happy to try new stuff.
Yeah, I think that's great, and that's what's been good about the band the last fucking how many years we've been going. I mean, we've been together 22 years. It's a fucking long time, as youngsters as well. But yeah, you know, we try and do something inventive, you know. Or I mean, West Rider was a crazy record, you know. And then you got the first record, which is a baby record. So we were ambitious, but we were quite hazy on that record, which was great, you know. It's a lot of electronic interludes and stuff. So yeah, we just try. Well, let's say better the albums or make them better, but we try and have a different outlook on it, you know.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. You know?
No, it does. Perfect sense. Yeah. Bogdana says, "What have you been listening to during quarantine?"
Oh God, Vera Lynn.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah.
We'll meet again always makes me cry.
What a beautiful woman, and what a wonderful person she was, and performing for the soldiers and stuff. Just everything about it's 103. Bless her little heart, eh? Oh, but you know, she I bet she had a good innings. 103 is a great innings. I wish I'd really get to there, you know. But
absolutely. Do you listen to a lot of new music? Do you keep your ear to the ground?
Do you know what? I've been listening to so much Beatles because just the appeal to them, not just to me, but to billions of people, is just they're quite wonderful. And I've been watching a lot of documentaries on Netflix about something on Eric Clapton that blew my mind. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. He went to the depths and come back, and just watching loads of rock documentaries and bands and artists and stuff, So, yeah, it kind of opens your mind a lot more, There's a great band from Leicester, and they're called Easy Life. They're amazing. They're amazing.
If someone came along and said, hello, we're from Netflix, we'd like to do a real in-depth, warts and all documentary about Kasabian, would you say yes?
Of course I would. Yeah.
Ka-ching.
Yeah, like that, and maybe there will be a film on us one day. Probably not. We're not far behind actually, because we're going to be working on our 7th record sooner or later, and and that will probably come knocking. But because with the lockdown and stuff, we haven't been able to see each other or do things we normally do.
So when was the last time you were in contact with the rest of the band then? Is that something you've been doing?
I went to Serge's not long ago. Went over to his house and heard some stuff he was doing. It was fucking great, And I seen Chris Edwards because I speak to him quite a bit. So, the drummer lives in Bristol, so he's somewhere drinking red wine and eating crackers, cheese and crackers. So, he's very concerned,
So what about your own songs and the stuff that you've been working on during lockdown?
Yeah. Well, I've just, like I said, I've got to be creative and stuff. And I've been working with a great friend of mine, Greg, who's next to me now. Hello. And just really been keeping busy and just writing a diary of my life and stuff. And, the only way I can express it is through music, And Serge's been cracking on with the Kasabian album. So I can't sit at home and play with the tortoises all day, can I? So I get a feeling and write it down, So
yeah,
I've just been writing music, because it's good for me to do it.
What inspires you then about songs? Is it just sitting down and thinking about things? Is it looking back? What inspires you to write stuff?
For me personally, man, it's just a diary. Some songs I've put down from Greg, and just memoirs and stuff, and situations, and very heartfelt. Just it's very me. But I just been writing songs. It's good. And painting and reading and doing other things, So
I have to compliment you, by the way, on the songs that you did, thanking the NHS when you covered Imagine.
Oh yeah.
Now there was a celebrity version of Imagine from all the artists in Hollywood, which was yours. Gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
And then you did Daydream Believer as well.
Yeah, it was lovely because we did Imagine because it fitted the time. Well, I thought so, and Greg as well, and from my mum and my mum's a nurse and stuff, and I just thought it was just a nice thing to do. And Daydream Believer, because Leicester City used to sing that a lot. He said, "Look off, Mark McGee, or what can it?" And it was just nice, and something about it's a lovely butterfly at the beginning that flies off, which is quite. I don't know, it's just a really nice thing to
gorgeous.
do. We just put it out and just put it out and say thank you. It's not like, oh, we're gonna look at this kind of thing. Not like the people in Hollywood. I bet they didn't even know what Imagine was, did they?
There was a question that popped up actually. If that question wants to pop back up, there it is. Alan VB says, Tom, what are your musical influences for the songs you were writing for your solo project?
Like I just said, just things that happened in my life and stuff. A very it's just like biography, and just moments I've had and stuff, and remembering things how they were and what I've done and how things have changed. Having a kid and stuff, and it's very it's very much my life and stuff. So,
when you write a song, what generally comes first, the lyrics or the melody?
I don't know, probably a bit of both, mate, to be honest, Right. So I'm new to this. It's brand new because I just thought, I'm gonna start writing songs, and it's good to release. It's a great release to have, I mean, some people meditate, some people have lots of sex, but I write songs.
And who when you've written a song, you think, actually, I like this. Do you then share it with someone to get a second opinion? And if so, who is that? Who's your go-to person?
Well, I normally show my mum, or Greg, or just a demo over on my phone. It's just ideas, and we put it down, So, like I said, it's good to keep you busy. It's healthy as well,
It is.
So, yeah.
Frankie says, have you still got the white tuxedo you wore at Glastonbury?
Got no idea where it is. Got no idea. It's Gucci, I think. So it's probably got cobwebs in it and a few things that shouldn't be in the pocket. So I won't want to go through it, you know what I mean?
We've got 5 minutes left before you do the one-to-ones on the loop tap as well. So people are about to lose, as I say, lose their shit when they go, Tom Meighan's calling. I mean, that's
well, it's only me. It's hi. You
know. So we're going to get through as many questions as we can for the final 5 minutes. Connor says, favourite song that you'd like to play live that you don't?
Favourite song that I'd like to play live that you don't? Well, a Kasabian song, obviously.
I assume so.
I don't know. That's a big one. Oh man, I wasn't expecting that. Who written that?
Connor did.
Connor. You know, Connor. Let me think. Hold on. Turkish Bath. I think we played that live. Anyway, but we don't play it enough. It's called Turkish Bath. Pretty cool. Yeah. There you are.
Paul says, do you prefer the big venues or the intimate ones?
I like them all, Paul Smith. And you're a great maker of clothes as well. If it is you. Superb. And again, tell me some more clothes, mate.
Your diplomatic side comes to the fore, my friend. Is there any venues you haven't played that you think that's one that we need to play at some point?
Hampden Park, Scotland.
Oh.
Yeah. This is the pyramids in Egypt. That'd be good. That'd be a good gig.
Yeah.
What? SeaWorld in Florida. That'd be a good gig.
I don't know who's asked this. What's your most favourite Scottish gig to date? There you go. Mention Hampden Park.
It'd have to be King Tut's. King Tut's. Yeah, I mean, for those of you who were there, we played about 4 or 5 songs, and then what I used to love about our little old touring days, used to put posters up with blue tack. There was no social media shit going on, right? So I'd go around the venue, be dead proud of myself. But after the gig, I'd drop the mic, we'd all walk off, and that's come back on stage, you pick the fucking kit off. So it's just like, oh, it's this again, you know. I hope everyone's fucked off to not see it. So, you know.
Have you ever played a gig when you were really starting out? Because there's a famous story that Oasis played a gig in a pub in Leeds and nobody turned up.
Yeah, I've got one. Yeah. That place Stoke-on-Trent, the Stokies. There's a place called I called it the Avoid, right? Because there's another name for it. And with the bastards, we got our fucking kit nicked. We've got our sampler nicked, drum kit, guitars, the fuckers. So whoever nicked that, fucking send them back. But I think it was I called it the Avoid. And what happened was the stage was set up. It was like a fucking awful hollow wooden stage. We just placed the bar guy in there. It went on at fucking 12 o'clock. I mean, who's going to fucking wait around in Stoke on a Tuesday night? It's pissing it down. It's a fucking horrible venue anyway. Excuse me if it's still open or not. I doubt it. But and I've gone on like that. Like it's fucking Wembley, and it's just a bar guy like that. Come out, walked from behind the bar, and just stood in front of us. I was like, he was like that, and I was giving it everything I had as well. So,
do you know the funny thing about that story is that bar guy at some point must have been sat in front of his television on a Sunday night in 2014 when you stepped out on stage at Glastonbury and he went, I've seen them.
Yeah, I've seen them. Personal.
Just me.
Personal. So God bless whoever it was, but it was just a bar guy. 12 o'clock at night at Stoke-on-Trent. Who's going to give a fuck? No one's going to turn up.
Justina says, I love your cover of In My Life from the Beatles. Watches it all the time. I assume that they're a massive influence in the Beatles. There's something that you listen to all the time, a huge influence.
Of course. Well, who wouldn't be? Because they're the format and how amazing they are. And just, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, Ringo. So there you are.
This is from Nick. How on earth did you get the You're in Love with a Psychopath video together? Stephen Graham plays a lunatic superbly. Stephen Graham plays anybody superbly.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good friend of mine, and he's such a fucking great character and such a lovely human being. And there's a guy called Wiz who we did Clubfoot with, and Fire, and loads of our videos, Black Acid House, and he did. He's done loads more anyway. And Sorry, what was the question again?
How did you get the video together for?
Wiz, the guy,
Wiz the Psychopath.
Yeah, Wiz, the director, thought of it. So we just thought we'd dress up like one for the cuckoo's nest, you know, and wear these horrible pants and then kind of gowns, you know. And but yeah, it was fun shooting it, to be fair, you know.
Yeah.
So it was a laugh, you know.
Would you believe that it's 9 o'clock and that is the first part done? How quickly is that flown?
You got to be kidding.
Yeah, 9 o'clock. So that's the first part of an evening with Tommy and with Tora done. So I want to say thank you so much, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you. It really has.
Gavin,
you're on top form as well, and it's great to see that.
Yeah, thanks, Gavin.
And keep well, keep safe. Yeah. And if you're viewing right now, just give it a few minutes because soon you're going to be calling people.
It's a bit like Babe Station. It's killing me. It's horrible. It's horrible because I'm looking at myself. It's horrible without the action going on.
What do you get on Babe Station? A pair of tits?
I don't watch it.
I
don't watch it, my friend. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you just know about it. Tom, thank you so much, and hang around, everybody, because he's going to be calling you soon if you booked in a 1-to-1 with the man that is Tom Meighan. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, everyone. Go on.